Tyan has joined Alexia back at the dinner table. His chances of taking her back to the travel lodge for a cup of tea are looking very slim. I have a feeling Tyan has accepted his fate already.
What are you saying, man?
What?
Old-fashioned values.
What do you mean? In what sense?
You know, like old-fashioned couples that have been together for like 60 years and that. You know, just like sticking to each other, thick and thin and that. Do you think that's starting to die out?
Well, I'd like to think I'd have that, where when I meet someone, I stay with them until I'm like old and wrinkly and on my deathbed. I think that, I don't know if it's dying out, because I feel like a lot of people in my parents' era are still together.
Yeah, that's old-fashioned, isn't it? They're older, so they were around like before the internet.
Do you know what's mad?
Now it's like people can just move on.
What I think about now is, like people are like in relationships and they're like shagging their friends and shit and like having threesomes and everything. I don't know if that's just me.
Looks like Tyan is back in the mix.
I could never imagine like my parents' era having threesomes.
But that's what I was talking about with the internet. It's like posh, like, you know, sexual fucking misconduct, where people think it's normal now to have a threesome.
Why is he pretending to be against the idea of threesomes?
But I still find it mad that I don't know if people in my parents' era that are like 50, 60 did that back then. Maybe they did, I don't know. It's not a conversation you have with your parents.
Yes, Alexia, go ask your parents and let us know what they say.
You can do what you want as long as you're not hurting anyone.
There's all these porn categories now, you know, where it's kind of pushing it, where it's like babysitter, threesomes, all kinds
It's all
of
just
shit.
fetish though, isn't it? It feeds fetishes.
Yeah, but it's like you're pushing it all the time. Like I say, they're trying to normalise that. So it's like how far we go.
I think I don't agree with like when people do like schoolgirl fetish thing. I think that's wrong. Fetishing, like being acting like a younger person, that's wrong as well.
Yeah, they're trying to bring that in, aren't they?
That's wrong, but I think that
you say that's wrong, but the next generation behind you, they might say that's okay.
It's not okay to pretend that you're so that someone can fetish off that, because they're obviously got to think.
But that's what the generation above you would think about, sort of like, you know, like
I don't think.
OnlyFans.
I think. Maybe I don't know, because my parents are the generation above me, and my parents don't think anything of it. They think you can do what you want as long as you're not hurting anyone, which you're not. And I think that we're in a different era now, and everything's online.
Well, do you think your parents are really happy that you're getting on the internet, on OnlyFans, for like strangers to like genuinely? Because you was training to be a solicitor, innit?
I've never trained to be a solicitor.
So that's a lie, yeah?
I've a lie from who I ain't never said I'm training to be a solicitor.
So what have you done before then? What's it mean?
I was like cabin crew.
Cabin crew, yeah?
I don't think my parents. I think you can be a cabin crew and have a well-respected job, but make a fraction of what I make now and making a life for myself, so that when in the next 5-10 years when I retire, I've got houses and properties to live off and I've not got to go to work.
Yeah, it's good if you invest wisely. It is good, but I think some women, they get to like 50 after spending years in like OnlyFans, and they've got a nice little handbag and a nice little sofa and that.
But that's just stupid, isn't it?
Do you know what I mean? And they haven't really got anything solid, because men didn't really want to like take them on, you know, because of their sexual past, and they kind of regret it.
I don't know. I think a lot of men are interested in OnlyFans girls. There's a lot that might not be, but there's a lot that are.
What do you mean? Interested? You mean
not interested? No, like in a way of like, if I met someone and they liked me, they're gonna like me for who I am, and they won't mind what I do for work. I think there's a fine line between doing OnlyFans and being a star. Like I think if you like the porn's being a fine, but OnlyFans is at home, recording on your phone, on your own, or with your partner. And then being a porn star is going in a studio, having someone with a script, recording it for you with you know, people that you might not necessarily know.
I have a feeling this conversation is about to get awkward.
It's like online though, isn't it? Online prostitution kind of thing.
It's not. Prostitution is selling yourself for money, like selling for money. No one's touching me.
Selling visuals.
It's just pictures of me. People post that shit on Instagram.
Just look at the disgust on Tyan's face.
Post that on Instagram.
You can post a picture of yourself.
Yeah, but just because it's free, like, because it's free, like, you know, I mean, you could kill someone for free. You could get paid to kill someone. You're still like murdering somebody, aren't you? So, does it matter if it's free or it's charged or what?
That's a funny way to put it. I don't know. I just think that as long as, but if you're murdering someone, you're hurting someone. I'm not hurting anyone. I'm only hurting the people that want to be hurt by it.
I think you're enjoying the ride because you're young, you know, you're in your prime. But I think when you get to like 40 and you maybe want to settle down, you know, and have kids, and you realise that
Yeah, but I'd only settle down with someone that respects me for what I do.
But will many? The kind of guy that you want, I mean, all these little simps will take you on, and well, I mean, like the guy that you want, you know, is kind of like on a certain level, the high value.
Well, I'd only take someone that, like, I don't care if they're on a certain level. I don't care if they're the bloody king of England.
You go with a homeless man.
No, quite not quite a homeless man. But I'm not like that. I don't random men, and I have a good personality. So someone will settle down with me one day just because I do OnlyFans doesn't mean they won't.
You're talking for yourself.
Yeah, I'm speaking for myself.
But how can you speak for men though on a good level?
Because I know so.
You're not a man.
I know so many girls that do OnlyFans that have been in long-term relationships that do it with their partners, and their partners don't mind.
Did it because they're banging the women?
Yeah, but they've been in relationship for years.
It was some men like lead women on and make them feel like they're the main one.
Well, when I'm not doing OnlyFans, I'd know if a man's leading me on because they would want to be with me for who I am. Because I would have nothing to offer at that point. But it's alright because when I'm like 40 and I'm retired and I've got like 7 houses that I'm sat on that I bought in cash, I'll be sound. I won't have anything to worry about. I ain't got to go out and work.
Yeah, it's good to invest in property, innit?
Yeah.
But I think a lot of women take like pleasure, you know, in having kids. If you ask a woman who's got kids, what's the most important thing in her life? She'll say her kids.
Yeah.
She won't say, oh, this Louis Vuitton handbag and this belt and this little house.
Yeah, I don't buy designer stuff. I don't own a single piece of designer clothing. But I don't want children either, so.
Yeah, not everyone does. But you say that now.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm only 25.
You're enjoying the ride. You're going to Thailand next week. You've been on holiday.
Yeah, exactly. And if I hadn't done OnlyFans, I wouldn't being able to do none of that.
Yeah, so you're enjoying the ride now, innit? I was enjoying the ride when I was going out partying with women. When I'm older, I regret it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. I could be not doing OnlyFans, but I could be working every weekend, spend my weekend in a club doing drugs that'll probably kill me. I don't do none of that shit. I just graft and work and save and to buy properties.
Good investments.
I don't think the cult leader is buying any of this. Look at him. You can just tell he is thinking, you are full of shit.
But men are like territorial, so they are interested in a woman's background. So if a woman's got like a promiscuous past where loads of men have got photos of I've got photos of you naked on my phone. You know what I mean? So a lot of men won't be happy with taking on a woman like that, where their is all over the internet. You know what I mean? So it's alright you saying, oh, my personality, but you know,
yeah, but I just don't think it's that deep.
It's deep for men because men are territorial.
Okay, well then I'll be on my own.
Okay, so you're gonna die alone then?
I'm not gonna die alone because there'll be a man that wants me.
Yeah, but that man that will want you won't want him because he's a simp and he ain't got any self-respect.
What do you mean he's a simp?
This conversation is beginning to get a little bit controversial. Is Tyan making valid points here, or is he just being a weirdo? ALEXIA attempts to change the subject and brings up Tyan's 100 fights that he apparently had, of which only 28 are on BoxRec, and one doesn't even count as he walked out of the ring before the final bell. It is unknown when, where, or if the other 72 fights actually took place.
Okay, I want to hear about your career. You said you were a boxer. You were a boxer that's done 100 fights, and now you're doing a fight in a week's time with 3 rounds. So I want to know how that happened.
Because I just got sick of boxing. You know, you've been in a ring, you've been punched. It's not fun, is it? So.
Okay, you just got your food.
Thank you.
The waiter saves us from hearing Tyan's excuses on why he never made it as a professional boxer.
Hope you enjoy your meals. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. What was you saying? Oh yeah, boxer.
I was just chatting shit, man. I was just talking bullshit.
Okay,
I
well
used to be a boxer. It's not really a career I'd advise people to go into, to be honest with you.
why?
Because you get exploited, you get treated like a hawker. You know what I mean?
I think I've been aiming for her.
Tried kids. Well, I mean, being a solicitor or being like a doctor, I'd say that's quite a respectable profession.
Yeah, but I think boxing is. I think that if you go far in boxing, then you've got to have respect for
Yeah,
these
but that's
people.
but that's like the 0.1% of boxers.
Yeah, but it's like anything. It's like the 0.1% of OnlyFans girls that actually become successful.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
I think it is.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're speaking about OnlyFans, like, oh, I can buy 6 houses, but like you're like the 0.1%. So really, you shouldn't really be advising it. You know,
I'm not promoting it. I'm not promoting it.
Sounded like, oh, I've got 6 houses and my friend's married to this guy and this and that. But really, you should be saying fans. I mean, small percentage of women make it, but the majority.
I'm not going to say because it changed my life.
Yeah, but you're the 0.1%.
Yeah, I agree, but I think anyone can be successful in anything if you put the work in. Like in anything, if you want something, you can.
Well, you know, like
achieve
with
it.
boxing, like even if you train like really hard, you could get injured and it's completely out of your hands.
Yeah, I get that.
So I won't recommend boxing.
Yeah, but you can't say that to somebody that's always dreamed of being a boxer because they're not going to listen to that.
They're not going to listen.
Yeah, but some people do become really successful in boxing, obviously, and they make their fortune from it. Wait, what happened with you and Chris Eubanks Jr.?
I was doing all right, and then I just got stopped in the last 30 seconds of the fight. You know, because I started to get tired, and
What do you mean you got stopped?
so I got TKO'd. The referee stopped it, you know, in the last minute.
Who was your coach?
A great time to talk about the Ingle Gym. Come on, Tyan, this is your moment.
Some guys in Sheffield, eh?
Some guys in Sheffield, eh? I think it's time to wrap this up.
So if you don't like boxing, why are you boxing again?
Probably for the content, you know, or just to go a few weeks without drinking alcohol, you know, just detox and get my liver back on point. Fucking drinking every day, it's not good, is it?
No, definitely not.
I asked you if you take drugs and you said no.
What?
I asked you if you take drugs and you said no, right?
No, I don't. I don't take drugs and I don't drink alcohol.
Well, it don't look like you two have anything in common then.
Why do you take drugs?
No. Alcohol's a drug.
Alcohol's the biggest drug of all.
Coffee's a drug. Do you drink coffee? It's addictive.
Yeah, but I'm not addicted to it. I only drink it when I fancy it. And I think alcohol's the biggest drug of all. I think alcohol's more dangerous than any drug because it's so easy to get hold of. More dangerous than weed.
More dangerous than weed, eh? Tyan looks offended.
So alcohol's worse than heroin?
No, but it's easier to get hold of. Unless you're obviously always doing heroin, then you can get hold of it because you know the right people.
So things that are easy to get hold of are worse.
On that note, it is the end of episode 13. Tune in midweek as we wrap up the finale of Date Night. Yeah, thanks for that.